Last week in my crypto analysis video, we looked at how we expected Bitcoin to have a bearish September if we looked at how the trends followed. And that is exactly how the month has started so far. However, there is some updated analysis I wanted to share with you, and potentially my thought process on how this cycle plays out may have changed a little bit. So stay tuned for this video because I'm going to share some really key things and key levels that you need to watch over the coming couple of weeks. Before I show you this and get on with the analysis, I'd really appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And in the comment section below, I will leave two links, one to our Telegram group where you can receive free daily market updates, and also another link to our website where you can find out more information about us. So looking here at the monthly chart for Bitcoin, we already said last week in the video, we knew that we had lost the monthly support here since the breakout earlier in the year, closing below 60,000 there. And so far not really even had any decent attempt to reclaim that. It kind of moved down. We're actually currently trading at around 8% below the monthly open, but yesterday or on Friday we did reach 10% down, just touching below 53,000, and the average September month sees a drawdown of around 5.5%. So far we're already trading in a worse situation than that. Now if we go over to the daily chart, we can see really clearly where the bounce has come from so far, and it is kind of holding a key level. We've got this downtrend support running through there. This extends all the way from the start of March. So this is when we sort of saw the breakout from this sideways movement here. We've got the impulsive move up, straight up towards the all-time high sort of in this couple of week period. And this now is being retested once again. We can see we've got a bounce exactly from that. So this level has been defended. And this is something that we want to see for bullish momentum. We want to see this keep holding and push up further towards the upside. Now if we go to the weekly chart, this is kind of where we start to look at the really key levels and things that need to hold. Firstly here, if we look at this orange line running through here, now this is the weekly EMA 50. You can see it's been quite a significant level. Like when it broke down here, 2022 was retested, was resistance, traded below all this time and was resistance. After the breakout here, was support a number of times. So we can see it is a really key support resistance flip level. Now this was broken out in October last year when we started to see real momentum into the crypto market, was defended as support here on the first retest, and kind of never looked back for a long period of time. Now we're trading in this sort of bull flag pattern. It's only been realistically retested once at the start of August, which was easily defended by the weekly close. Now look where we are now. We're kind of sitting right on that level, sitting around just above 54,000, so around 54,200. We really don't want to see any weekly close below this. If we do, then obviously we are looking at this potentially flipping into a level of resistance. Now we're already sitting in this weekly demand again that I mentioned on the video, and we already said about how we didn't want to see really any weekly close below 54 or 55,000. This is where we are starting to get our reaction from, but really key for me that this area does start to hold now. However, even saying that, if we go to this level here, we can see this week, this is sort of the lowest weekly close we've seen again since March, and this was sitting at above sort of around 55,500. So unless we get some sort of strong move towards the end of the weekend, then this could lose the weekly support here. But for me, this is the biggest area. This weekly demand, the weekly moving average 50, around 54,200. This really is, we need to see weekly closes above this. Now, one thing that has made me change my thought process on this market cycle is the S&P 500. Now, I said that obviously September was likely to give an opportunity a big buying opportunity. And I must point out straight away that my long-term outlook on crypto hasn't changed, and whatever happens, I'll continue to trade. We have profitable months in the bear market, and if that happens again, we do the same again. But I think this could kind of prolong the cycle and the new all-time high. Now, the S&P 500 looks very much here like we've got a double top situation forming. We've just had this week, I think, is just about a 4% move down on the week. This was the worst week since March 2023, which is when we saw the banking crisis. So this is the worst week since then. Double top, so looks like the US stock market is pretty weak, and right now that is what's pulled crypto down. We're very much back in correlation with the stock market. Now we also know that the Fed are almost certainly, they are going to start to cut rates at the end of this month, and this is kind of really what I want to show you. This here is this line down here shows you the Fed the interest rates in the US. So it's the Fed interest rates. Now we can see, look what happened each time the Fed has aggressively cut rates from where we are now, so sort of above 5%. So this happened in December 2000. We started to see the start of the rate cuts here, and we can see how from that point the S&P over the sort of coming year saw a significant move down. Again in 2007, sort of the global financial crisis, they started to cut rates again from the level we're at now, just above 5% here. And over the coming year or couple of years, we saw a significant pullback on the S&P 500, sort of, 50% over 2 years. Now we're at the situation again where we're going to start to cut rates. We're already seeing this and sort of more fears of a recession with weakening job numbers. So as this moves down, if you look back at the last 2 times this has happened, we have to consider that we do see a significant correction. We're probably due one on the S&P 500. Now this obviously is quite likely to delay the really sort of exponential rally that we're expecting. And this is just something that I was looking into this week. So of course, ideas and analysis can change. I'm always open to looking at new ideas, and this is just something that I highlighted for me. And I'm well aware that crypto could decorrelate from this, and it could sort of people move into crypto and away from stocks. I do get that, but just want to point out that in the last 2 cycles, post halving of Bitcoin, we've never been in a situation where we've been in a sort of aggressive Fed funding cut of rates. So this will be the first time. So we have to keep an open mind of how that could affect Bitcoin. And just finally, before I go sort of the worst case scenario for me over the coming week or so, I mentioned before about the sort of big level of bids around 47,000, and they do still sit there. They have been there since the 6th of August, haven't yet been swept. So I'm very mindful that if we do continue to see a sell-off in markets, this is a big area for me, and I'll be looking to deploy sort of significantly if we get a move into 48,000. Hope you found this video useful, guys. Let me know in the comments, has this week sort of changed your outlook on where we're going? And I will see you on the next video.